Op. I ruined my sister's marriage and I can't live with myself because of it. I am not the op. This is a repost. TW. Drug use. Mentions of death. Less than. Original. On R. True off my chest. November 12, 2022. Recovered through Reddit. Original account deleted by Oop. I ruined my sister's marriage and I can't live with myself because of it. My younger sister and her husband, Bill, were like the greatest love story I ever known until I ruined their marriage. And I don't know how to live with the guilt. My family has cut all contact with me and I can't even blame them for it. The guy who I was interested in also left me and now I see him happy in a new relationship, but I can't but blame myself. About a year ago I was on a hen weekend for my best friend in the big city. That's where my Bill has a small overnight rental for when he work in the city. Him and I, decided to meet to exchange Christmas gifts because they were spending Christmas with his family. And my sister was probably 30 weeks pregnant. They live a few hours away. He ran late at work so I was already bar hopping with the girls, and when I texted him my location, that was the last thing I remember. I remember there was drugs and alcohol involved and I woke up in Bill's bed in my undies. Bill was livid because I never taken drugs and he thought I was stupid experimenting alone in a city. I didn't exactly know. He found me outside, passed out in a mini dress when it was below 0 degrees. I was covered in vomit as well, so he took me home. He didn't want me to sleep in my dirty clothes and he tucked lots of pillows behind me so I didn't sleep on my back and maybe choke on my vomit. Bill lost one of his best friends growing up this way. He spent the night sitting in a chair next to the bed, scared that I would fall on my back and die. He was really livid the next day and called me all sorts of immature, careless, stupid, ignorant. I could have been hurt. OD. Assaulted. I agreed with everything he said because I was reckless and I was so ashamed of it. He told me never to speak of this to anybody, especially my sister, who is the jealous type. I agreed against my better judgment. But he was so kind to me and probably saved me that night, so I agreed. Besides him and me, one of the girls I traveled with figured it out when I disappeared from the club without jacket and bag. She had them. And then later Bill asked her to drop by with fresh clothes and coat. She must be the one who spread what happened. A few months later my sister got the version that I spent the night with Bill, and that I needed a change of clothes. It's not telling her everything immediately when it happened only made it worse. They are separated now, processing the divorce. My sister is broken and my baby niece is going to grow up in a broken home where her parents fight over custody. My mother and the rest of the family have all cut contact with me. I wish that Bill never found me passed out behind that club that night. I should have died from OD, choking or hypothermia. I'm just so very sorry, disappointed. Some comments. Have you told your sister all this? What you did was very stupid, but she should be thankful that her husband has probably saved her sister's life. / link https www.reddit.com/v/trueoffmechest/comments/ytmdvm/yeruined my sister's marriage Andy can live with /u4xpvv /? PS after equals 1,668,315,927% 2C 1,668,338,512% 2C 1,668,372,428 #T1U4XPVV. Oop replies. Yes, we told her everything, but it was unfortunately too late. She didn't believe us. I'm puzzled by this. Your sister is going to believe one of your drunk party friends over her own husband and sister? And throw away her entire marriage on this person who never saw anything actually happen? Either your sister has serious issues, or there were other reasons she had to doubt her husband, or this is just another Reddit creative writing project. Link https www.reddit.com/v/trueoffmechest/comments/ytmdvm/yeruined my sister's marriage Andy can live with /u5fx21 /? After equals 1,668,315,927% 2c 1,668,338,512% 2c 1,668,372,428 #T1U5FX21. He should have called her and told her how he found you and kept on contact with her the entire time. This isn't 100% on you. Link https www.reddit.com/v/trueoffmechest/comments/ytmdvm/yeruined my sister's marriage Andy can live with /u583br After equals 1,668,315,927% 2c 1,668,338,512% 2c 1,668,372,428 #T1U583br. The really dubious aspect of this story is why Bill didn't immediately call his wife and tell her he found her sister passed out covered in vomit on the street outside of a bar. You find a family member in that situation. Natural inclination is to immediately contact family members just to let them know they are safe. Immediately deciding that this a secret we tell no one is sketchy. Link https www.reddit.com/v/trueoffmechest/comments/ytmdvm/yeruined my sister's marriage Andy can live with /u5rb1h After equals 1,668,315,927% 2c 1,668,338,512% 2c 1,668,372,428 #T1U5rb1h. I have questions. Are you sure there wasn't some other issue between them as a couple and they were not as fairy tale as everyone thought? Because how quickly your sister threw it away, and this line in particular has me thinking. He told me never to speak of it to anybody, especially my sister, because she is the jealous type. Even if she was the jealous type, what is he trying to say here? That if your sister found out, she would think you her sister and her husband banged in this occasion? What? That's a hell of a leap. I mean, wouldn't your sister just be happy that you were safe? That you were with someone who you both trust? Why does drunk automatically equate something happening? Also the speed at which he suggested that you two keep it quiet. I think he has been in the dog house before. Link https www.reddit.com/v/trueoffmechest/comments/ytmdvm/yeruined my sister's marriage Andy can live with /u5b0gn After equals 1,668,315,927% 2c 1,668,338,512% 2c 1,668,372,428 #T1U5b0gn. Oop replies. If there was issues nobody knew about them. Update. On R. True Off My Chest. November 13, 2022. Oop has deleted her second account. Less than update. I ruined my sister's marriage and I can't live with myself because of it. I'm sorry that I deleted my account yesterday. I just felt overwhelmed by the people who contacted me to say that it was fake. I really freaked out and was very hurt. I don't know why my lack of ability to write makes my conundrum less serious. I don't get that this is not the whole story, either. I spent 4 hours trying to make the text as short as possible. I thought I did a great job. I don't want to convince you to believe me because it doesn't matter either way, but I have to say that I never seen a post be so attacked. Why so heartless? I will answer a few of the questions people asked, and then I have a small update because I have been in contact with Bill several times today and I ended up sending him the post. Thank goodness the link worked even with the account deleted and him nothing on Reddit. 1. Where everyone lives. I live in the same town as the rest of the family, 5 hours away from the big city. My sister and her husband live 2 hours away from the big city in the opposite direction. This means we live 78 hours apart. Point 2. Why I was alone that night. I wasn't. My friends were inside the club. I went out for some reason and passed out. The club is on a busy street and everyone was drunk at that time. Nobody was paying any attention. Bill found me because he recognized me. Point 3. Why Bill didn't talk to his wife, my sister, immediately. I don't know. I was passed out. He said he knew her well. She would be suspicious anyway and probably try to drive in the snow and still think we were up to something. Point 4. Why I didn't go to a hospital. Drugs are illegal here. Bill didn't want me to get into trouble and I think that he thought that I was just very drunk. I could lose my job if I got it on my record that I had used substance. Point 5. Was I roofied? No. Unfortunately, I remember that I was very drunk and it sounded excited to take a pill a guy one of my friends knew was his passing. It was all me and my stupidity. All my stupidity. Point 6. Why Bill didn't put a t-shirt on me or something. He had covered me up with the duvet while I was sleeping. When I woke up, he lent me his gym clothes. I have talked to Bill today. Someone here suggested a lie detector test. I really got very excited. Anyway, when I talked to Bill, he wasn't as excited. He told me that he would be brutally truthful with me now. He doesn't want to salvage his marriage. He said that these months has made him understand that my sister and him are wrong together. My sister was cheated on in her previous relationship and according to him she was punishing him for what the other dude did to her throughout their relationship. He never said anything because he loved her and when it was good between them it was great. That is the part we all got to see. The fairy tale kind of love. He was terrified when I spent the night in his place and wanted to do anything for her not to find out. What happened with me brought back his PTSD from his best friend's passing, and when my sister found out he hoped that she would at least be understanding because she knew about his best friend. Her unsupportiveness when he needed her made him realize that he didn't love her anymore. I sent him the post all the same. He apologized. For some reason. For what my mom did. She beat me because she believed sister. I called him again and asked him if I could at least do the poly to give sister proof that I was innocent. He said that I should do what I saw fit. He said that all he wanted now is to fight for his daughter because my sister is trying to block him from getting custody. He also said that he has been dating a girl for a few weeks now. So that's it. He is moving on. I texted my sister that I was willing to do a poly to prove that I was truthful. She didn't answer me. My mother did, however. She told me to leave my sister alone or they would call the cops on me and get a restraining order. She also called me a junkie and she threatened to rat me out to my workplace. I don't know if the guilt will ever leave me. There is no coming back from this and everybody seemed to be moving on. Maybe time for me to move on too. Some comments on the update post. I hope hearing the truth about their relationship will help you realize that no matter if that night happened or not, they most likely wouldn't have had a fairy tale ending, because their Relationship wasn't as perfect as you thought. Your bill doesn't blame you, so try not to blame yourself. It wasn't your fault. The reason the rest of your family is blaming you is because they're refusing to see the truth. That's on them, not on you. Link https www.reddit.com/r/trueoffmechest/comments/u2w/comments/u8f8l/ UTM source equals share and UTM medium equals web2x and context equals 3. Oop replies, I have been crying since. Bill told me not to tell my sister that he is dating. I'm so sorry, and this will probably break her. I don't think I could just shut these feelings down. It was all me. I hope knowing Bill realized his marriage was a dead end helps you moving on. Your sister clearly has trust issues. And it's not your responsibility. If she would have trusted either you or her husband, they would still be married. This is not your fault. Again, your family sounds toxic, and as sadly as it is, you're probably better off not trying to contact them. Treat yourself and try finding a way back to normality. Therapy is never a bad idea, even if it's just short for hearing from a professional that you did not ruin someone else's life. You needed help that night, and luckily you got it. That's it. All the best. Link https www.reddit.com/r/trueoffmechest/comments/u2w/comments/u8lk1/ UTM source equals share and UTM medium equals web2x and context equals 3. Oop replies, thank you. This is just all so unnecessary and hurtful. My sister will hate me even more once she finds out Bill is already dating. Friendly reminder that I am not the op. This is a repost. This was really hard to read, and I'm not sure what Oop was hoping for when she posted. I think that she got a lot of really good advice that she doesn't deserve the blame or the guilt, and that her perception of her sister's marriage and even their entire family dynamic is distorted. But she just responds with more self-flagellation. I really hope that she is able to get out of the fog, gets the help she needs, and can start to heal. He said he knew her well. She would be suspicious anyway and probably try to drive in the snow and still think we were up to something. So this marriage was already doomed. I feel sorry for Oop because she blames herself and the family also blames her. While it's obvious the sister was overly jealous. And the actual problem, that dude not wanting to get the marriage back, says it all. Polygraph is such a terrible suggestion for things like this. It's just a fancy prop police use to scare confessions out of people. Unfortunately, there isn't anything you can do to prove a negative in a situation like this. I feel like an angel could descend from the heavens above and tell the sister that Oop is telling the truth, and the sister still wouldn't believe it. This is just a sad story all around, and I feel so bad for Oop. Welp. What a horrible family. Especially the mother. Hope that Oop can move on and find peace without the toxic family. I hope Oop will get away from this mess and look for a new job far away. And leave without a forwarding address. She would be far better off without that so-called family. And away from that stinking small town, where she is now branded as a junkie WH. And where her mother will probably continue to make her life a misery. And where her sister will escalate. Once she finds out her ex is dating, she'll blame it all on Oop. And will probably do some real harm. Well, that's just sad. What a lovely family. The husband could not have called her. Unless you've been in that type of no-win relationship, you wouldn't understand. I had the epiphany when I had to lie to my ex-wife for no reason other than to avoid an argument. over something I wasn't even doing. Say yes and I'll be up to 3 a.m. discussing it. Say no and I have to send one text message to cover for the lie. You end up choosing the easier path whenever possible. It sucks how much Oop still blames herself instead of accepting what Bill said. I wonder if her family usually treats her as a scapegoat. Oop would be better off focusing on getting herself to a less self-destructive place. But the family doesn't seem to care about her well-being. I hope Oop runs from her family and realizes family isn't always about blood. She is their scapegoat and no matters what happens, they will blame her. Reminds me of the story on here about the family who kicked her out after her sister's lie and set the BF to her friend. Now her family knows the truth that she never cheated and is upset because they basically lost her as a daughter. Read the whole thing thinking this guy was called Bill with one L. You ruined a marriage? Quote, it was filled with insecurity. Structurally unsound. It was coming down anyway. Polygraph tests are not a reliable indicator of determining if someone is telling the truth. It's old pseudoscience. The lie detector branding is why this myth continues to persist. It doesn't seem like Oop actually ruined her sister's marriage. Her sister ruined her own marriage. The brother-in-law probably should have stayed in communication with his wife as he was saving Oop, though. Telling the sister about what happened only after another version was being spread would get anyone suspicious of it. And turns out the sister had issues prior to that. Her getting cheated on in previous relationships doesn't make her mistreating the husband okay. And it seems clear he's now better off without the marriage. Apart from the fight for his daughter, I feel for Oop, who clearly had a problem. Stepped on a ticking time bomb and now instead of help she's lost her family over something she didn't do. Good for Bill because he at least is out of that horrible relationship. IDK about Op though. I know she doesn't feel like it now, but Oop is better off without all of them. I hope she finds happiness in herself and a future she can look forward to. Poor Op. I hope she goes to therapy because nothing is her fault. The Bill can see that and understands that the sister has past traumas and is simply taking it out on them. The fact that the mother won't even listen to her is worrying though and makes me wonder if this is a normal dynamic in the family. Here's what Oop needs to hear. 1. The sister is the golden child. This is why the parents immediately took her side and catered to her delusions. 2. Oop has been held responsible for the sis's emotions her whole life, as seen with her having such a hard time realizing how she is so NTA here. 3. Other people's emotions are not your responsibility. You can respect the emotions, but you shouldn't be expected to be responsible for them. 4. The sister was already broken. A case of sister being the golden child, or maybe the carrier of grandchildren. Thus her needs come before Oop's. Like, Oop's parents weren't at all thankful that XBIL rescued Oop off the streets from a fate worse than a bad trip, hangover? Oop didn't make any mistakes other than obviously being irresponsible with partying with substances she doesn't know. Seems like sister and Bill torpedoed their own relationship, and Oop saved Bill from continuing in an emotionally abusive relationship. Also sister jumping to conclusions because of her own cheating past that is also her own doing.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.